thank you for saying that. And we want to give a shout out. Tommy Doyle was our illustrator, and I think he should win every award that they have for illustrations because the book it is based on real life. So there's a lot of pressure there because you're not just making people up out of pure imagination. You have to make that you have to make them whimsical and illustrated and expressive, but they have to be based on human beings. So there's a real challenge there. And these are human beings we care a great deal about. Mm-hmm. So I cared very little about what I looked like. And I was really into, the boys and the mom and the dad and making sure that they reflected real life because I knew we would have to hand over the rough draft to them, the nephews, and say, do you have any notes? Let us know. And I thought it'd be a cute moment of
we're good.
Yeah, like, isn't this cool? Go look at it. If you have a note, let us know. The next weekend they came back with every page was printed and they had written on every single page.
Oh, yes.
Notes. And so we thought, well, we can't write a book about, empowering kids to matter and not take their notes. So we addressed every single one. And you know what? The boys were right. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what really pushed the text of the book and the illustrations to the next level was just getting that stamp of authenticity and approval from the actual boys. I feel like this book isn't just from us. It's kind of from our whole family. Mm-hmm. I wish my parents could see this book. I wish Wellie's mom could see it. But we have one picture of Wellington's dad sitting in our living room holding the book in Spanish because it's out in Spanish and he's reading it, and that was a moment for me.
Beyond. It was to see my dad hold that in his bare hands. I was just, it was touching.
This is a man who walked us down the aisle, who's come a long way. And I don't know, it's really, our whole family has approved it. And that was important to us. I remember the moment I texted her, I'm like, here's the deal. We have this idea for the book and we're writing it. And it's about the way you're going to be turned into a little girl. And I went to this whole long text and she wrote back, I stopped reading after the first sentence. I love it. Yes, I'm in. Anything you need. How amazing. This is amazing. And then she wrote in all capitals, you're writing a children's book. Yeah. I never thought we'd be at a point in the world where I could be standing on that stage with my husband that the audience has embraced, talking about a children's book that we wrote together about our nephews. And when I think about how far we've come from where I was a little boy in a farm town dreaming about being there one day and what it's like now being there, it's there was a moment standing there that the weight of that hit me. And I think I've sort of taken that through this whole publishing experience with the book. The gratitude of it's not a version of myself that I'm bringing to the show and to that set and that audience and that moment and that day. It's me and my family. And that is so vulnerable to do, but it's because I think of how far we've come, how far the landscape of television has come and how far our culture has come. Not that we don't have further to go, but girl, can we get a round of applause for how far we have come?